Hi, Computer 8 class. Hope everyone is doing good this week. For this week, you guys are only going to have one assignment. So you are going to animate a nursery rhyme using PowerPoint. And I have assigned each of you a nursery rhyme that is in your attachments. So let me just give you an example, and then I'll kind of go over the animations and how I did them. So I just have here Jack and Jill. And if I go to slideshow, I'm going to do it from beginning. So that's the kind of animation I'm looking for when you guys are doing your nursery rhyme. So I'm going to just show you how I did my animation. On one of your slides, I do want you to put a speech bubble in somewhere in one of your slides. And it's a little tricky, but not too bad. But so I'll show you that here in just a minute. So for Jack, we're going to go to animations up at the top. Jack, I just did a custom path on Jack. So I scroll down, I'm going to click on custom path. So Jack starts here. I'm going to have him go up to the top of the hill. I'm going to double click so he stops. So Jack goes up to the top of the hill. Second, I want my speech bubble to show up. So, hey, wait for me. So I'm going to click on my speech bubble. And oops, I'm going to go back to Jack for just a minute. Remember, for your animations, always put those after previous. So when your slideshow is showing, you don't have to click through your animations. All right, I'm going to go back to my speech bubble. So my speech bubble, I want it to appear after previous, after Jack has ran up the hill. So now if I hit my preview, I got Jack running up, and now I got my speech bubble that appears. Now I have a problem with that yet, but I'll get back to that. I want to show you what the problem is first. So now I'm going to click on Jill. For Jill, again, I scroll down. I just did a custom path. So Jill, I'm going to have her go up to the top of the hill. I'm going to double click. So Jill also goes up to the top of the hill. So now if I preview, the problem that I have is my speech bubble just kind of hangs out here at the bottom of the hill, which I don't want. And I'm going to click back on Jill. I always forget this when I'm first doing it, but I'm going to change hers again to after previous. So my speech bubble appears, but after Jill runs up, the speech bubble just kind of hangs out down here at the bottom of the hill. So I'm going to also have it disappear. So I'm going to click on my speech bubble. Now, I'm not going to change it to disappear because I'm going to override my appear. I want to add a second animation to my speech bubble. So I'm going to add animation, and I'm going to scroll down because under exit is disappear. So now I also want it to disappear after previous. And I had opened up my animation pane earlier, so that's by clicking right up here. So it put that after Jill runs up the hill, but I want it to disappear before Jill runs up the hill. So I'm going to click and drag that up one slot. So I got Jack running up, my speech bubble appears, it disappears, and then I got Jill running up. Now I still have a problem, but I'll show the preview so you guys see what the problem is. So on my preview, I don't even see the speech bubble because it appears and then disappears. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to go to my disappear animation, and I'm going to put a 1 second delay on that. So in the Oscars on slide 3, you guys had a custom path, and then I said put a 3 second delay and then have it spin. So right here was that delay that I was talking about. So now Jack is going to run up the hill. My speech bubble is going to appear. There's going to be a 1 second delay, and then it'll disappear. And then Jill's going to run up the hill. So now when I do my preview, it's working the way I want it to. So I want you to try on one of your slides. I'm going to have you in your directions here put a speech bubble in. So if you have a problem with that, just watch this video again. So it's really just putting your up here and then putting a 1 second delay on. If maybe you need 2 seconds, it depends on, I guess, how much text you have in your speech bubble. So on your assignment, you're going to have 8 slides. You can have more if you need, but you're going to have 8 slides in your nursery rhyme. And I have provided 8 boxes. There's 2 boxes on the first page and 6 boxes on the second page. So the boxes are just more if you want to kind of draw out or, take a pen or pencil and write out or draw out what you want to have on each of your slides before you start creating your slideshow. So on your slides, the first slide is going to be a title slide, and then you'll have the 7 slides after that. No white backgrounds on the slides. So most of these, you will probably, under design, format background, most of these, I'm assuming you're going to want to put a picture background in there. And every slide, you have to have a character that has animation. So I had Jack running up the hill, I had Jill running up the hill, I had animation on my speech bubble. So on each slide, you have to have at least one character that has some animation on it. And you can't have the same character with the same animation on every slide. So I couldn't have on every slide Jack running up the hill in the same spot. So every slide, see if you can't have a different character that has a different animation. You need a call out on one of the slides. Again, I showed you how to do that. You will need slide transitions on each slide. Have those so they're on automatic. So on your transitions, make sure you take it off of mouse click and put it on after, I would try 2 seconds. Now, I guess that depends on how much text you have on a slide. You want to make sure everybody has enough time to read whatever you have on that slide. No pictures should be in white boxes, so you might have to remove backgrounds. Make sure you're using big text sizes so that we can read what you have. And you also have to put page numbers on it. So in your header and footer, if I do insert header and footer, just to review, it's been a while since I had you guys put a header and footer on. You got slide number, and it says don't put it on the title page. So you'll just check this box that says don't show on title slide. All right, so let me know if you have any questions, and have fun with it. Let's get your nursery rhymes animated, and I can't wait to see what you guys come up with. I will try to find a way so that after I have received everybody's nursery rhymes, maybe I can share those out with everybody so you guys can take a look and see what everybody put together. All right, bye-bye.